YouTuber, Trooper Zombie here, and I'm going to show you a quick playthrough featuring Eileen the Crow. So you can see we're starting at pretty much the main Yarnum lantern early in the game. And I'm going to try and give you, in case you've either already missed her in your first playthrough, you're not sure whether or not you've missed her in her first location or not, or if you are just starting the game and want to guarantee you don't miss her, or just didn't even know she was there and want some badass gear, this guide's for you. In this playthrough, I am keeping every bit of health and potions that I have because she is quite difficult, especially considering that I'm on New Game Plus. And despite a lot of my gear being leveled up, including the stake driver being at plus 10, she's very fast, she's aggressive, and in this situation, since my friend Portman already attacked her upon our first encounter, she is already hostile, and we learned very quickly she is not to mess with. So I'm moving kind of fast, but you can back it up if you need to. Once you run through the gulch of all the half-corpse sewer mermen, you'll find your way heading towards the awesomely animated rats. You'll take this ladder up. Now this isn't the only way to get here. In fact, it's kind of the back-asswards way to get here, but it's the earliest that you can reach her, and basically just guarantees that you don't have to worry about missing this first encounter, which will either set up her quest line, which I plan to do on New Game Plus now. Shout out to Hortman again. Or if you're playing your first playthrough, you'll probably want to get here early on and just kind of ensure that she's a character that you'll see and interact with. Now, without spoiling too much, there's no reason to kill her. Everything that you could want, you can attain through staying friendly, and she is one of the few friendly NPCs that you'll encounter in this game. Now in these parts here, you noticed I ran past most of the enemies, but I'm actually going to be bringing the fight down here because I'm going to use the level to my advantage and deal as much fall damage on her as I can, because a one-on-one fight with her is pretty ill-advised unless you're really in for a serious battle. This guy, you'll always want to kill the two guys below. I mainly killed just to ensure they wouldn't sneak up behind me and ruin my day. Alright, so now whether you've reached this room by the route I showed you, or you just notice it after coming down the normal way after fighting the two werewolves across the kind of central roadway splitting up the city, you'll end up here on these little walkways. You noticed I rolled through the first set of barrels, off onto the ledge, being careful not to fall through, and then out this second window. She's already hostile towards me, so the second she notices me, she is on me. This will give you an idea of the strategy I'm going to show you here in a minute, because yes, I do die. Leading her out on the really skinny planks is probably the easiest way to just kind of narrow her attack radius and set her up for a fall. And as you can see, she can still shoot at you this whole time, so you don't really sit idly. These leaping attacks that I'm doing here usually are a great way to force her to either shimmy like I just derped, or she'll actually come at you and cause herself to fall in the process, as long as you kind of hold your ground and stare her down. Also, if you keep your character aligned well, you can always do a back leap. That might get you an extra hit in or two, because the more cheap shots you get on her, the better. So here I am, heading back towards her again. And I left this in because I really want you guys to see just how difficult she can be if she manages to catch you in a combo, especially if you happen to get hung up on a ledge or a wall. So here I am thinking I can deal a little damage on her and get her nice and riled up, which I do get a nice hit, and then she unleashes this shitstorm upon me. Can't wait to level up her blades in this playthrough. Now I can't vouch for how difficult she is the first playthrough, but either way, if you're running into her this early in your playthrough, she's going to be a handful. Now this final run is going to show you the strategy that pays off, and although we don't get to see the coup de grace, I get her right down to the end before the recording runs out, and I was so happy to have her that low and finally defeat this menace. I just went ahead and wrapped it up. So as you can see, she nearly kills me just with me sticking near her for even a moment there to try and land a hit or two. She's taking shots at me, which easily could have killed me if I hadn't been moving slightly and healing. Now when I fall here, I think she lands behind me there, so I kind of freak, head back up the stairs, expect her to be chasing me. And to my surprise, when I get over here hoping I can get a fall attack, she is right behind me, just waiting. So I keep moving, avoid the shot, keep moving, kind of get an idea of how aggressive she's being. Here she comes, and jump attack. So you can see it worked well that time. She falls, she lands on the mid bridge though, so not quite the damage I was hoping for. If you knock her all the way down, the rats may even do some of the death blows for you. Of course, you'll have to deal with them yourself when you hop down as well. This gives me a great opportunity to do a plunge attack here, and that's what pretty much set me up for my victory, is the fall damage, the plunge, and then just playing it super safe. I kind of lead her back up and repeat the process. Just a real rinse and repeat here. It's an easy way to take her on and not have her be such an overwhelming entity. I do highly recommend, if you'd like to play through her quest line though, you will need to find her a few other times in the game, and if you miss her there, you will also either have the chance of her turning hostile towards you for not helping her, or possibly even being killed, which you can still get her items, but there's more to her than that, and I recommend you play her. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.